What is y'all, your social media next generation platform artist and your host of the YouTube channel, Dr. Do. I'm your host, Dr. Do here, everyone. How y'all been this year, man? The final year of 2023 is coming to an end, alright, y'all? For this video, I'm going to give you guys the top 3 and top 3 best and worst Star Wars movie that we ever watched, alright? That's right, this is a Star Wars video we're going to be talking about. And I'll be ranking the 3 best and the 3 worst Star Wars movies I ever watched. And throughout my entire life, I've been a big fan of Star Wars since I was a kid, alright? My first Star Wars movie was the prequels, and then I saw the originals, and then I saw the new ones. I'm going to give you guys the 3 best and 3 worst, alright? Before we get started, if you guys new to the YouTube channel, please just subscribe to the channel, alright? We're almost going to hit 3,500 views on this channel, alright? I recommend y'all to help me support the channel, alright? We are another 500, we're almost to 4,000 right here, alright? That would be awesome for y'all to continue supporting my channel and subscribe to it, and not share it to anyone who wants to watch and subscribe to my channel, alright y'all? So, let's get this party started, alright? Here are the 3 best and worst Star Wars movie I ever watched. Number 3, I will give you my third favorite Star Wars franchise I like is Rogue One. Yeah, I like Rogue One, it's a pretty good movie. I mean, after all, it takes us between episode 3 and episode 5. I mean, not episode 5, episode 4, like, call it episode 4.5 right there, y'all. I like how the story goes. About this little girl and her father were living on a planet like said your average couple of family members living in the like a great planet doing their own business. Till then, we see one of the Imperial officers, the director of the project they've been building, the Death Star. All they had to do is find somebody to help them build the Death Star, so that way the Empire will make sure everybody knows they are not to be messed with, alright? And so we see the same girl lose her mom and then saw her father being taken away from them. I gotta tell you, I like how they made this story really good during that time when Disney bought Star Wars during the beginning of their franchise story of Star Wars, alright? And I like how the story goes. I like the progress of the story. I like how they tell us that not many people in the Star Wars Rogue One survived in order to get the Death Star. Remember that? Remember, many died to try to get the Death Star plans, alright? I like how they brought back some characters like the original Princess Leia and Grandma Gideon. I mean, not Gideon. Grandma Tarkin. I like how they did the CGI of the character, even though he died a long time ago. Rest his soul right there. I like how they progressed the story and how much harder it's for them to try to get the Death Star plans and how to find the weakness. I like how her father is the reason for the weakness of the Death Star by having that little hole in that Death Star, so that way Luke Skywalker can blast that hole and they all go home. I like it. It give me the reason why one of the reasons why there's so many lives died for looking for this plan, okay? It's sad that the main character and the other guy who will be in Endor passed away. Rest the rebel souls right there, alright? And also, I like how Darth Vader introduced himself and the way he is like not a person to be messed with, including the scene where the rebel soldier were like trying to save their lives, save themselves from Darth Vader. It was scary to be in a room with him. I mean, scared too, you know. So for this rating for Rogue One, I give it a 7.8 out of 10 on Rogue One. Okay, that was good. I gotta tell you, what's gonna make me. Okay, so to my third worst Star Wars movie, I give it The Phantom Menace, episode 1 of Star Wars Phantom Menace. During that time, I was used to be like a big fan of the episode 1, but as I got older, I realized that how god awful the movie Star Wars episode 1 was. I mean, there were problems. It was slow and boring in the beginning, in the middle, where we seem to talk a lot, including putting politics and stuff, telling us how Palpatine becomes Emperor Palpatine or Chancellor Palpatine. I like how we introduced Anakin Skywalker as a young kid and meet Padme on there, but it was boring and slow and got me to skipping to the part when I see the battle between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn. I gotta tell you, it was just work. It's still in progress and stuff. And so, I kind of like the CGI in there. That's a good reason I like. That's the only reason I like this movie. But for this one, I'm gonna give this one a 6.1 out of 10 on that one. All right, third worst, could have done better. Maybe on the cast and CGI were good, but the storytelling need to be worked on. And so my second favorite Star Wars movie I ever liked is Star Wars: The Revenge of the Sith. That was a good storytelling right there, right? Do you know why? I like how the sequence where we see Anakin Skywalker become the big bad villain that we all love and support, Darth Vader. We see how Palpatine manipulate Anakin in these scenes, and so how progress this story would how Anakin Skywalker is quickly becoming part of the dark side and becoming Darth Vader itself. I like the good scene from this movie is where we like to see Anakin for Obi-Wan Kenobi. That was a good battle right there, man. I gotta tell you one thing, that was a good intense secret battle. And it's sad to see how we now get to see how all the Jedi will wipe out because the Order 66 by Palpatine will give the order to the Clone Army when they were in the middle of a Clone War battle with the Separatists. I like the progressive story. I like the CGI. I like George Lucas. What he did was good. Hold on. And so, I like how we get to see Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker being born into the world. And I like the scene where Padme tells Obi-Wan that there is still good inside of Anakin Skywalker. I gotta tell you, Padme would never give up on Anakin at all. For this one, for the Revenge of the Sith, I give it this one an 8.6 out of 10 on that one. I really appreciate how we get to see Darth Vader, Anakin become Darth Vader completely. All right. And I like Obi-Wan Kenobi character. I like Yoda. He did good on that. I like Joe Luke. He did really good on her. Alright? So, number 2 worst Star Wars movie right there. And I give this one Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I hate this movie. I really think that this director from the movie Looper or something, he could have done better. He could have done a lot better with this story instead of putting stupid things within it, alright? How they made Luke Skywalker from being one of the best Jedis in Star Wars history, becoming like this broken man who does not want to be involved with any Jedi stuff at all, which I felt completely mad with how Luke treated Rey like some sort of a crappy character. I mean, Rey needs more. I don't know about that in that movie, alright? So, I've been trying to figure out about who Rey is, who her parents during that time before the Rise of Skywalker, okay? I don't know why would they put some stuff that was not supposed to be in there. Like, how can Princess Leia survive the space by force breathing, and also she has force in her? I mean, come on, director. I did not see that in any other Star Wars story at all. I never thought Leia got this force ability that would give her time to save herself from space, which I think that she could have died in that movie. She should have died before her passing away back in 2016. God rest her soul right there, alright? But I'm not happy with Snook. Snook was terrible. He did not see Ray, he didn't see Kylo Ren kill him. That was embarrassing and pathetic. And also, seeing Kylo Ren still a bad guy taking over the First Order and stuff. I don't like that. I don't like how the story secret of this show, of the movie. I don't like that Asian character who had to screw up Finn's sacrifice to save others. That girl was selfish. I wish she never been shown on there. I don't like how this character, when Finn and that girl met this guy who they thought he was like this. Sorry, y'all. I mean, think about it. I don't like that other character who betrayed both Finn and her by betraying the First Order ship, trying to take some intel and stuff, and betrayed them. I thought that other guy with that rose thing on his shirt could have helped them betray the First Order, but then we got that guy, alright? And how did Captain Plasma survive the other movie, alright? How did she survive it? I don't get it. And then we see her get killed off minutes later. That was not a good storytelling, bad pacing, too rushed, and then they had to kill off They had to kill off Luke Skywalker at the end by making him use all his force to save the resistance right there. I don't like it. I cannot get into that movie. I don't like how the director did it to our movie. Alright? For that one, I would get a 3.3 out of 10 on that one. Alright? And now to the final top ones, worst and best. The best Star Wars movie I ever considered the best is Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. I gotta tell you, I like that. I like that movie, really good. I like how Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie, C-3PO, and R2-D2 all together trying to figure out a way to continue to fight against the Empire after destroying the Death Star. I gotta tell you, I like that sequence. But how we see the Empire Strike Back by defeating the rebels on the planet Hoth, and we get to see more story about Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker meeting Yoda, and learn how to be a Jedi himself, like his father before him. If Luke had a father, if Anakin had a father, which we don't know. He never had a father. Probably the Force is Anakin's dad, I believe. I like the CG. I like the special effects on there. I like how they did really good with this, alright? And also, I like the dialogue from Han Solo saying, I thought those things smelled bad on the outside when he was opening that creature that we're using to ride on there, alright? And so we meet Boba Fett, we meet Landor, and the others on Sky Planet. And also, I like the secret fight between between Darth Vader and Luke. And I like how the dialogue from Darth Vader when he told Luke the truth about his father. I am your father. And Luke like, no! No! That was good. I'm like, oh my god, I never seen that coming at all. For that one, I give it a 9.8 out of 10 on that one. George Lucas did really good with the Empire Strikes Back. I gotta tell you, nobody can ever think this movie is the worst. I would hit somebody if they say The Empire Strikes Back is not the best at all. For number one, we had the Star Wars, the Rise of Skywalker. Really, that movie was pathetic and stupid. I mean, what the heck is wrong with the directors and the writers of this? I mean, think about it. J.J. Abrams supposed to fix the problem with the previous Last Jedi, alright? But he made it worse, alright? He gave a god-awful character telling. We got a god-awful villain reveal. Palpatine survive? How can he survive the Death Star? That is stupid. Why would you bring back Palpatine, okay? He is supposed to be dead for good. They try to make him like a Force ghost like Luke, Obi-Wan, and the other is like a dark ghost. But no, they had to bring it back somehow. And then we found out that Palpatine had been preparing to rebuild his empire again. Instead of calling it the First Order, they call it the Final Order or the Sith Empire. I gotta tell you, this was a pathetic storytelling by J.J. Abrams. Kylo Ren telling Rey that her true family is that she's the granddaughter of Palpatine. I never thought Palpatine had a son at all. They never tell us that. That's what kind of stupid pointing that out too. And now that Leia finally passed away, using all her force to save her, force to help Ren to know who he is. And then we seen Rey had this ability that she could force heal herself or Kylo Ren. I'm like, now we got healing force now? There's so much make-up story force that Disney and the director had to put in. I gotta tell you, it was pathetic for them to do. They're making Finn a side character during that movie, alright? And Poe becoming the leader of the Resistance, and we're seeing not that good storytelling. I like the CGI and the soundtrack of the Star Wars, but not good enough. And not good enough to be good, alright? And at the end, we see her meeting some lady with her alien-like horse, asking who her name is. She tell her, I'm Rey Skywalker. You don't deserve to be called Rey Skywalker, Rey Palpatine. You don't deserve that name. Nobody deserves the last name Skywalker unless you are born to a Skywalker, alright? And I said that Kylo Ren had to sacrifice his life to Rey and then disappear like the Force, like the other did. I gotta tell you, it was gobble writing, gobble storytelling. The character didn't do well. I want them to know that if I was a director of Star Wars, I would make that better. Alright? I wanted y'all to know that. I've been mad with this movie all my life. I thought episode Last Jedi was bad, but I think this is the worst. You want me to tell you what I give it? A 0 out of 10. This is not the one at all. That's right. That's the new word I'm going to tell y'all. If it's not the one, it is not the one. Okay? So, these are my 3 best and 3 worst Star Wars movies I ever watched. I ever like. So, there you are. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. I hope you guys have a great day. Subscribe to the channel, hit notification down below, share it, comment. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out.